The Global Heart Activation is in the house, and we have brand new speakers for you today. So, watch this short video, see what Global Heart Activation is all about, and stay tuned because we've got love, we've got fun, insights, games, yummy food that we're going to talk about, like some deep healing and profound insights.
The moon every night, and now my eyes are open wide. And the sky has never looked so bright. And I don't need to see the road to believe, yeah. 'Cause this is where I'm meant to be, I believe. And I feel the magic everywhere. It's all around us, it's in the air. And I see the magic we can share. So much wonder everywhere. And I feel the magic, can you imagine, and I feel the magic, can you imagine, and I feel the magic, it's all around us, and I feel the magic, it's all around us. There's wonder on this winding road in front of me, yeah. 'Cause I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
Yes, welcome, because you are in the love vibe, right exactly where you're supposed to be. So, my name is Tiffany Cano. I'm a blind spot healer, the CEO of Highly Perceptive People Academy, and I'm the host of the Global Heart Activation, which is going to be live on Zoom April 12th and 13th. And you can sign up for that for free. And in a moment here, I'm going to introduce you to a few of the speakers. We have over 36, 37 speakers, over 85 different gifts for you. Some of the gifts you'll get even before the summit starts, and more when it is underway. So I would love to welcome our amazing speakers here. We've got Andre Haley Sankaran, Ani Papazian, Jeremy McDonald, and Susie Vine. Okay, so I like to know, what is your why? Why do you do what you're doing to help and serve and love on people and bring them to health and vitality and success and abundanza? So go ahead, Andrea, what is your why? And by the way, her Ayurvedic recipes are super tasty. Go ahead and unmute.
Hi there. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Everyone can hear me? Okay, fantastic. So, so my why is, are you sure you can hear me okay? Because I'm getting an echo.
It's going in and out, actually.
Yeah. Go on to the next
one. Okay. We'll circle back to you. Ani.
Hi, everyone. So happy to be here. My biggest why is I honestly get pissed when people say, my doctor said my body pain is normal for my age, or living with pain. That's the card I was dealt with. Because there are solutions out there. You just haven't found one yet. Never stop looking for it. And if I can pass the message that no one should ever learn to live with pain, that's my biggest why.
Thank you. Very much needed. My buddy Jeremy.
Hey, thanks for having me on. My why is always, I love to see the light bulb go off in people's head when they finally think, whoa, really? I can do that? I'm like, yeah. And then their whole life changes after that. I get phone calls and say, oh my goodness, this just happened. And thank you so much for whatever happen prior, whether it would be a session or they read my book or something like that. That's my why. Seeing
Love
people
it.
successful. Yeah.
Thank you. Susie.
This is always such a great question because I love hearing why everybody else is in this space. For myself, really, I'm passionate about seeing people feel more empowered in reclaiming control over their health and their happiness. And stress is such a common denominator. It shows up for all of us in different ways. And we really have so much more control than perhaps we recognize in how we can meet it and continue to show up in the world. So that's why I love. And like Jeremy said, seeing those light bulb moments when people say, that is up to me is really what makes it for me.
Andrea, how's your mic? Are you back? Nope, not yet. Okay. Try unmuting. Let's just see.
No, the problem is there's an echo, and I'm wondering if it's due to a stream and I'm looking for another. Can you hear me now?
Yes, but it is a little weird. Go ahead and try though. Okay. All right. She'll come back into the room. All right, Ani. Here, let me set you up. So I want to shift into qualities. Like, what qualities do you live by? For me, love. Love is numero uno. And it's not just like being love, it's connecting with divine love, it's thinking love, feeling love, speaking with love, doing activities with love. Like I personally ask myself the question, what would love say? What would love do? And anytime I'm confused or have too many choices and I just go to that question, I always have the answer. And I would say love is my number one, but connecting with source, with God, like, and love is a part of that for me. So those are my qualities. Ani, go ahead.
So I can talk so much about this, but if I had to say just one, I have to say passion. I'm Armenian. It's like Italians. We talk with our heads. Everything is passionate. We're loud. And just because, anything I do with passion. Doesn't matter if it's work, my fun, that's why my friends love hanging out with me, because I'm fun and I do everything with passion. So I have to say passion is one of the biggest qualities that I live by and I love.
Excellent. Andrea, shall we try again?
Yeah, I'm back. What would you like me to share on?
Well, tell us your why and the quality that you live by.
Absolutely. So I dream of writing my first book called The Foundational Power of Cooking for Health, Harmony, and Inner Peace. And that's what cooking is for me. It comes from my background in Ayurveda. And I discovered Ayurveda at a time in my life when I was super confused. I just traveled in Central America and seen a deep humanity in the people that I had never seen before. And I had my spiritual awakening at that time, and I was searching. And Ayurveda showed me that I could connect to nature, connect to that humanity, connect to myself, connect to self-love, and just that greater intelligence in the universe by being mindful with my food and mindful with my cooking. And that became my healing journey, my spiritual journey, and it's now over 25 years later. And
Nice.
And what I love so much is I've discovered such inner joy just from my daily practice of nourishment and just the simple things in life, just living according to these, principles of balance that Ayurveda is really all about. And
so what would you say is your quality? Is it joy? Is it balance?
No, yes, yes and no. But if I want to say the quality that really fuels this is faith over fear. So I really focus on confronting whatever it is that's in the way of the implementation of the habit that the person wants. So looking within to find the source, and then the compelling reason to do the thing that the person really wants to do. So faith over fear.
Thank you. Jeremy.
I would have to agree with you, love, but I would also say perseverance.
Ooh.
It's one of those things where I have a very bad learning disability called dyslexia. And so when I was a kid, my mother always told me, she goes, a learning disability doesn't mean you have an excuse to not try. And so, and of course, being a kid, there was times where I didn't try. And, I was held accountable for that. But what that actually taught me is you never give up. If you've got something that really just makes your heart sing, why would you ever give up on something that you're so passionate about? And so it's kind of like, you're falling down when you're learning how to ride a bike. You get back up, you scrape off, you clean your wounds, and you get back up and you try again, because each time you learn something new. So I would say love, but also perseverance, because there's a lot of times in life where we just give up because we think it's going to be too hard, or we think it's going to be difficult, and that's just a part of the process of growing into your dreams, so to speak. So
Excellent.
yeah.
Thank you. Susie. And by the way, Susie is our games master on Friday, April 12th. So I'm really excited to share Susie with you.
I love it. We're going to have so much fun. Tiffany's built so much fun into this entire event. I'm so excited for it to finally be here in just a few weeks. Thanks for taking care of love. I think that leading with heart is so essential, and leading with love over fear too. Speaking to what Andrea already touched on. I think the quality for me, I am a lifelong learner. I'm so excited every time I discover something new and I can integrate it into my bag of tricks. And so I think curiosity is a superpower that is has so much more potential for everyone to tap into. So curiosity, I think, is what I would offer.
Nice. Thank you. Okay, so let's go ahead and shift into who do you serve and how do you help? And I'll give you 2 minutes each. Go ahead, Ani.
Wow, that's a long time. So the people I serve generally are the people that want to maintain or enhance the quality of their life well into their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and hopefully beyond. Because I cannot tell you how many times I hear from a client, especially female client, that says, as soon as I turned 40, the next day I woke up and I have pain here, I have pain there. The same thing with the 50-year-old. As soon as I turned 50, or as soon as I started perimenopause or menopause, then everything started going haywire, So I love to work with these people, to serve these people, that they can actually maintain the quality of their life, their activities, if they want to go and play with their grandkids, or take that ultimate trip, and walk whatever, would it be the China Wall or in Europe, 5-10 miles a day. So these are the people I serve. And how I do it is, my services are very personalized. So depending on why you come to see me, whether it would be medical massage, if you're in my clinic, hands-on unique techniques, or online, I'm teaching you self-help techniques, which are awesome, very unique, fun. Or maybe we need to do genetic testing and analysis to find out, embrace your uniqueness and create a personalized lifestyle plan based on your unique genetic makeup. So there is no guessing game. There is no, hey, let's just figure out what's in trends today. Is it a keto? Is it a plant-based diet? Is it an intermittent fasting for 20 hours? I don't know. But everything is personalized, and that's what makes it so much fun. I don't know until I see you or I speak with you. And that's what makes it so cool.
Thank you. Andrea.
Yes. So I work with women mainly who've understood that nourishment is the starting place for overall health. So they get that food and their diet is super important. And Ayurveda has a really deep view of nourishment. In Ayurveda, food is not just for the physical body, but it's also nourishing our mental, emotional, and spiritual health as well. So it's super foundational. And so there's a real mindset shift there when people realize that. And that mindset shift becomes compelling to actually do the hard work that it takes on a daily basis. And then nourishment and cooking and food is different for everybody. And so Ayurveda is a highly individualized science. It's an ancient science, but I work with people to figure out what nourishment really means to them and help them to, implement that in their lives. Because the more people understand, what's specifically good for them, the more inclined they are to do it. And so individualization is super key and super compelling in what I do.
Love it. And I've also taken some of Andrea's classes and tried out her recipes and had a little customized program. So if you're looking to get your body balanced in a way that really serves, she's excellent. So you can reach out to her.
Thanks, Tiffany.
All right, Jeremy.
Yeah, so typically the work I do is with my demographic is usually women ages about late 30s up until their 70s, and a lot of them are nurses and doctors and therapists. And so, and interesting enough, I didn't actually look for that demographic. That's just how I kind of fell into it. And so I'm not sure how that happened, but my mother was a nurse and I was around doctors and nurses and therapists my entire life. And so, and typically what I do is I do a substantial amount of listening. And I just feel that that is what this world is really needing. They're wanting to be heard. And so I found that the more listening I do, the more I can help when I do speak and do talk, I can actually help them on a deeper level because I've actually tried to figure out or listen and see from their perspective what's going on with them. And so one of the things that I look at and I teach other coaches and healers is that, spend more time listening than talking. And you want to lead people to their own answers because most of my clients are very smart people. They actually have the answers. But what I found is a lot of them are in relationships that are, one client many years ago was with a man. She was gone to college, went through medical practice. They met in college. He lost his job a year after she was actually working full time as a doctor. And for the 15 years that they were married, they never had a job and barely took care of their kids as they were, they had children. And so there's a value inside of her that she didn't necessarily see valuable enough, even though she had all these advanced degrees. And so it was one of those things where you continue to see this pattern over and over again with not just any one person. It's I think, systemic issue within our planet, in our country, where people don't feel valued, they don't feel heard, and they've been told that they can't step into their own value. And that's something that I work with people, and I have very much a passion for it, and helping them really stand in their own power.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah. Was it probably a year ago, Jeremy and I actually would have this weekly or bi-weekly call where we would do prayers. We'd see what we were working on and we'd each contribute to a little like clearing or release within each other. So he's very intuitive. He's very, very wonderful. And then Susie, who I'm bringing you on next, I've known her for a long time and I love her. So let's bring on our games master, Susie Vine.
It helps that we're practically neighbors, although we have yet to share physical space. But that Southern California, we love the sunshine vibe. I think we have that in common for sure. And we are some girls from the farm, so we love to get back to our roots. Definitely. I was raised in Central Illinois. My mom was a nurse also, and so I think that really gave me that front row view of how stress in your career shows up, how it impacts your family, and how it can impact your health over time. And so in my work, I primarily find myself working with women in Generation X, like myself, 40 to 55, 60. I love working with men also. And I think they're still a little bit busy and not yet putting enough priority on how they're recognizing how they can change the way that they address stress in their lives. So most of my clients are working very hard, really striving to get ahead in their careers. Their families might be a little bit older if they have children at home. Maybe they're getting into that kind of sandwich generation where they're taking more care of their parents. And suddenly they start to see some of those health issues for themselves. They can start to see the potential where they might be heading if they don't start to turn things around. And so I really love to help people look upstream and see how changing stress can affect our health and avoid chronic illness and disease. Most physicians' appointments arise from stress-related complaints and issues. And I love to weave in, again, a really personalized approach, as most of the people that we're here today are speaking to, because it really is individual. And I also integrate Bach flower essences and other natural healing remedies, along with really working with people one-on-one, kind of unwinding the core issues, bringing in insights from the research of positive psychology. So looking at how we can build on positivity and habits that promote happiness in our lives so we can raise the positivity set point. I have a podcast as well. I started Happified Podcast about 4 years ago. And so, as I already mentioned, I just love collecting information. And then when I'm with someone one-on-one, I can really see what tools are going to work best with them. And then we can refine as we go on.
Love it. Thank you, Susie. Yeah, I you can check out one of the episodes on Happified. I was a guest, and she was a guest on my Soul of an Empath podcast. Actually, I think, Ani, you're the only one who hasn't been a guest yet, so we got to get you on there. Oh, and for those of you who don't yet know, you can actually listen to my Soul of an Empath podcast on my brand new cell phone app. So I put that in the chat. So you'll just go to QR codes and then, the link here, or just search for HPP Academy, and you'll find it in Google and in the place. So the Google Play Store and in Apple. And for those of you who sign up for the VIP for the summit at Global Heart Activation, I'm going to have a membership portion where if you're VIP, you'll have access to the videos. So you can easily watch them on your phone as well later. You get lifetime access. All right. And let's see. For me, I have been seeing and healing since I was a small kid. I just walked out of the womb clairvoyant, literally. And I just assumed everybody else was, but I realized that they're not. And, so being able to see what's blocking people at a subconscious level, from money, from health, from love, from a stronger spiritual connection. And, I especially help those empathic spiritual intuitives who want to up level themselves personally and professionally. And so many of my empaths also need help with boundaries, to have clear, healthy, energetic boundaries so they stop sponging up all the funk in the world. So, in my talk, there's going to be lots of healing, lots of fun and play. And, if there's time, I'm going to do a little laser coaching for you, do some kinesthetic exercises, because I want to empower you to also start tapping into what's in your blind spot. What have you not yet seen that's been getting in the way of love, money, health, joy, freedom. And then own it. Like, get into alignment and ownership with your goals and create that most beautiful, joy-filled, zesty life of success and abundanza. So I just, talked about who I serve, how I help, and also a bit about what I'm going to be presenting during, Global Heart Activation. Now, for the other speakers, I would love to hear more about your topic. So why don't we change it up and go in reverse order? Susie, how about you, honey?
All righty, I'll start it off. So I will be speaking on, I hope to encourage the audience to feel empowered to thrive and how you can transform stress to boost your vitality. And so I'll be sharing some of my go-tos, some again of those insights from positive psychology, because sometimes information is just like a light switch. With these aha moments, you can really change the way you see everything, but also some actionable items that should inspire you to start making the small changes that build up to having that capacity to make the changes that so many of us want to be making, to have healthier habits, healthier lifestyles, and really be more mindful and clear about what we are calling in so that we can create a future of health, of success that we're going to love stepping into.
Woohoo! Jeremy. Can you unmute? Okay, there you go. Just froze for a moment. We're live. And sometimes, technology does what it does. Are you there? Okay, we're going to come back to Jeremy. Okay, Ani.
Okay, I'm so excited about this event. Who doesn't want to have like few unique pain relief techniques that whenever you need it, you can just pull it out from your self-help toolbox and use it and see results. So my talk is going to be empowering your journey to pain-free living and teaching you fun, unique, weird self-help techniques that you see the results right away. I say, as much as I love science, I love that little woo-woo that my clients say that I do. So it makes it more fun.
Bring on the woo. I'm woo. My people are woo. You can woo it up. Andrea, let's hear from you.
Absolutely. You guys are hilarious, especially you, Tiffany. So my talk is called How to Turn Cooking into a Meditation. And it starts with the question or the ponder, what if your time in the kitchen could actually be your self-care time? Ooh. And I think, this is a provocative question because most people don't see it that way. And so I talk about the many things about cooking that invite our mindfulness and our presence. And I'll definitely talk about my number one most important secret, which is simply the act of prioritizing cooking, of making it a top priority. And that's the key to making all of this work, because you've got to give yourself time and space there in order to experience cooking as a meditation. A moving meditation, of course, but a meditation nonetheless.
Love it, love it, love it. Well, I think Jeremy's having a little bit of tech stuff. Let's see. Jeremy, are you back? Are you ready? Maybe not. Hey, Jeremy, are you here?
I'm here.
Okay. So tell us about the theme of your talk, please.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. And you wanted to know, let me just take these off because they're not working. What you were wanting to know what our talk title was, or?
Yes. What's the theme?
Yeah. So it's basically I'm going to start going into quantum healing and how that can work in your everyday life. and how you can change very subtle parts of your life in order to make big impacts in your life. So, yeah.
Thank you.
You're
Awesome.
welcome.
Okay. So while I've got you there, can you also tell us about your free gifts?
Yeah, so just the normal free gift is a free CD that you can get on my website, and I just provide the link for that. The other one for the VIP is basically my 25 years in the psychic and healer business. I have 10 modules that talk about basically how do you build your psychic and healer business. And I go into the legal parts of that, all the things that I've messed up on the past 25 years, and actually gained insight from my own mistakes. And I just wanted to provide that as something where it'll work for coaches and other people, other practitioners as well. But it's my 25 years experience I share in 10 modules. So
thank you. Okay. All right. Susie, tell us about your gifts.
Absolutely. So for everyone who's a part of the event, I am sharing a mini masterclass I call 7 Steps to a Happified Mind. It's a video and a PDF guide with some of the core steps, 7 steps, to help build that foundation for more positivity, because research really demonstrates that positive people are more successful in work. It kind of puts things back in the proper order. We think we have to be successful and then we get to be happy, but research proves that we can put things in the other order, and it promotes better health, longevity, all kinds of other benefits. So happiness is the primary gift, but for our VIPs, I am sharing a special recorded workshop. It's 2 hours long, my Back to Balance with Bach Flowers digital workshop. You get a great PDF guide, really extensive resource that you can refer to and learn how you can use these really simple, natural, healthy remedies that are in most health food stores, but you stand there at a shelf and you look at 38 bottles that don't make any sense because you don't know what they all do. And so I break it all down and break it apart, bring a little bit of intuition into it, but a lot of really great accessible resources. And so I'm thrilled to make that available to the VIPs.
Yay. I totally want that. Susie made me a custom Bach flower remedy a couple years ago, and I loved it. All right, Ani.
Love Bach flowers, Susie. They're amazing. So my free gift for all the attendees would be 5 short videos daily you'll get that will walk you through the few self-help techniques, like for neck pain, for back pain, and some other downloadable PDFs. There's 2 to 4 minute short videos. And that's a really cool gift. For my VIPs, usually I don't do this, but I thought I'll do special for your event since you're so cool, Tiffany, is the 30 minutes one-on-one Zoom session with me.
Nice.
Where we can address your specific, whatever you're dealing with, any specific techniques that I can share with you that is just for you. So make sure to get the VIP pass.
And I can't wait to have your talk and have you show us some of the weird ways. I think you used the word weird earlier to like get us out of aches and pains and discomfort. Yes. Okay. Tell me about your gift, Andrea.
You bet. So I'm sharing 7 steps to a blissful dish. And these are the steps that I used to learn how to cook food with incredible flavor. And in the process, incorporating mindfulness into that. And I can tell you, if you can master these steps, you will experience so much more satisfaction from your food. And you know, saying it's blissful is not hyperbolic. It's true. You know, you've all experienced it, but you know, what if you could do that every day, right? What if you knew how to do that? So that's my free gift. And then for the VIP upgrade, I have a 5-module course teaching you how to kick your food cravings. And there's so much Ayurvedic knowledge woven into those trainings that I think it will be a great introduction to Ayurveda for somebody who's new. And, you know, I should just mention, if I could, that Ayurveda is an ancient science from India. It's kind of the Chinese medicine equivalent, if most people are familiar with Chinese medicine. But food, herbs, and spices, and lifestyle habits are truly the medicine in Ayurveda. And so I love it because it's so accessible to everybody. And, there's so many little things that you can adopt and immediately experience positive impact on your life.
Love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have lots of gifts that I'm giving to you guys in this summit as the host, and just I have content, so much content. So for the initial gift that everybody gets when you sign up is a complimentary 15-minute blind spot strategy session with me, which you can get at callwithtiffany.com. And then you can go starting April 12th, when the summit opens, the gifts that I'm giving are Loved, which is a guided healing audio that has tremendous healing, especially for the inner child, to feel safe and loved and seen and heard and belong in preconception, in utero, in the first few years of life. And then in the VIP gift, I have a 7-hour online training that's chunked up into tiny bite-sized pieces. It's my Insights course, discovering the 9 blocks to success, love, health, and spirituality. And then Susie and then Jamie, who's our games master on Saturday, they're going to be raffling off even more prizes. So I've got my Highly Perceptive People 2-day workshop, which when it was live was $1,000. I have my brain power class, which has 9 workshops in it that I also sell for $1,000. I have my Prosperous You program, which has 21 classes that are all an hour and 15, hour and a half of different prosperity topics that I sell for $2,000. I'm hooking you up. And they're not just like my little itty bitty baby little freebie giveaways. I'm like giving the goods. So you got to come live to get on the raffles and have your video on and be participating. And when you are, you can win once, you can win multiple times. We're not capping it. So if you're coming in with the vibe of I am open, receptive, ready, I'm lucky, and you win more than once, awesome. You win more than once. We're all about the vibe, and I believe the right people who are meant to receive the gifts are going to receive them. And let's see, since this is a theme of global heart activation, I would like to take a moment for us to actually drop into our heart spaces. And after that, I'm going to put up a question that Mary Anderson has for us. So just we'll start with dropping into our hearts. This is for the speakers as well as everyone. Just breathing into our hearts, allowing ourselves to feel tremendous love, and letting this love ripple out to every person, every being on this planet, filling up the hearts, minds, bodies, and souls of every person, every being with divine light, divine love, divine power, with health and vitality, prosperity and abundance, spirituality, with inner peace and joy and wisdom, with healthy boundaries and discernment. Thank you for helping us to think, speak, and live from love. Thank you. Amen. Okay. Now we have a couple of questions in the chat. So, and this is for any of the speakers if you know the answer. Has anyone read the Hulda Clark Heal from All Diseases book, Does Zapping Work? I did skim it years ago, but I have no reference to what zapping is. Maybe I missed that part. And then again, Mary asked, does zapping work to get rid of pain? Does anyone know what zapping is? Okay, so sorry, Mary. I asked, but I don't think it's in our wheelhouses. My apologies on that. Okay, so go ahead.
I was going to say with pain, though, I don't know what zapping is, but with pain, with intention, she go down to the pain and actually move that energy, start moving it through there, and try to understand. A lot of times, pain is something that's inflamed in the body and it's inflamed in the heart and the mind. So, intuitively, I'm picking up with Mary. She doesn't always feel supported. So, that might be something she wants to take a look at. So, I just have to. Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you. And, when we have our live event via Zoom on April 12th and 13th, you can ask more questions directly to each of the speakers. And if you haven't yet signed up, please go to globalheartactivation.com, get on board, and our VIP gifts are phenomenal. It is well worth the $47 to be a VIP. I mean, you get more than that of a gift just with one of us. And we've got, like 36, 37 speakers right now. Okay. So it is super worth it. All right. And with that, let's just offer another moment of love and peace to the planet and to humanity. And we will close with a little video, and speakers just stay on until I stop.
This is where I'm meant to be, I believe. And I feel the magic everywhere. It's all around us, it's in the air.
Have a good day. Much